Hello, my darlings. Scorpio, welcome to your Scorpio on Sunday, a little day late. Thank you for your patience, my darlings. I am going to do something a little different today. I am going to use, because you know I love animal spirit guides, I'm using this one, messages from your animal spirit guides to start off with, and then we will see what comes out of it. So it may end up being 7 messages ahead, but it's going to follow a certain overall message from spirit through these animal guides to see what for those this reading is going to resonate with, to see what divinely timed, divinely guided messages are here for you today. If you resonate with this reading, my darling, you are hearing it within that divine design. So let's see. And you know, spirit guides through animals, it is always for us to remember that within nature, within animals, they are also a representation of the universe, of the gift of divinity, and therefore their timing is impeccable in giving us a message also. So to be aware of animals that get your notice, or anything with nature, from nature that gets your notice, because it is within divine design for you. So let's see what wishes to come out for those Scorpios that most need to hear this message, my darlings. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my goodness, that absolutely flew out. The chameleon. Look at this. The chameleon has come out for you. Now, the chameleon is very interesting because I feel that many of you as a chameleon are able to both adapt to environments you're in, but also it's that word shapeshifter. You're able to shift your energy according to the situation that is presenting itself in front of you. And that is it's either a conscious or a subconscious thing to be able to do that. Have you noticed sometimes if you're talking to somebody who may have a different accent from yourself and you step in, you almost pick up that accent as you're talking to them? What I also feel with this, that there are remnants, it's a reminder for you within situations like that, when you're slipping into somebody's energy, that there are remnants of a past relationship with them from a past lifetime as well. And it's an incredible gift to have when you can step temporarily into somebody else's energy space in order to encourage them or make them feel comfortable with you, as long as you don't forget yourself within that space, that you are ever present within that situation. It says here, stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. So Spirit, again, this is a big reminder about within this space of being able to shapeshift into others' energies and adapt to blend into the background, to be the intense observer, to be the great observer. I am living and breathing the great observance. And in that space, you step out of the ego and into your aware state of being, because Spirit is saying there is nothing within this situation that needs at the moment your direction other than your observation of it. It is all going to unfold and resolve itself according to natural law. So let's see what else. I do feel like pulling one more card. Thank you, Spirit. What else wishes to come out? Thank you. The weasel. they're just reinforcing this at this time. The little weasel here. People don't take much notice of weasels, do they? And weasels, you know, can be seen as people sometimes want to sort of shoo them away a little bit. It says, be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. This is the biggest act of self-love and self-control that you can do for yourself at this time to affect a change within your life. When we make a decision consciously to adapt, to take a step back, to observe, and to understand actually we're never in control. The only thing we're in control of is how we respond to a situation. Do we react or do we respond? Do we respond from a place of understanding, or do we react from a place of repetitive, patterned, conditioned behavior? So be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings. So what are you seeing at this time? And in the detachment, you're going to see it from the universe's eyes. You're going to see it from an insight. You're going to have that insight into the situation. Because when we choose to see through the eyes of the universe, we're choosing to see it and say, I'm choosing to have no opinion on this, because we tend to see things not as they are, but as we are when we react to a situation. So that's with your eyes. With your ears, what are you hearing at this time? What things are coming to you that you may be choosing to ignore at this time or not ignore? So what are you choosing to hear? What are you choosing to hear about opinions that you may have on things or others' opinions at this time that is confusing for you? They're saying be silent, because it is only in the silence and the detachment and the observation that we are giving ourselves a chance to make a shift. There is nothing that you need to do within this situation. They're being very clear on this, other than take a step back and start to observe and try not to feel the fear that in taking the step back, you're going to lose control. No, my darling, it's completely the opposite, because in taking the step back and going, I'm going to hand this all over to the universe now, because my superconscious knows exactly what to do in the situation. And taking the step back, it is self-preservation, it is self-protection, it is self-love, and it is going with the flow. And actually saying that our mind's awareness of this situation may not know the full story, but our subconscious, our superconscious does know, and does know the ever-folding events and experiences that are going to happen. Now come back to the physical feelings. It says the physical feelings, which is happening inside and all around you. The universe talks to us first and foremost through our feelings. And we sometimes choose to ignore those feelings. Now those physical feelings, when we have suppressed things for a long time and we haven't looked at them and we haven't recognized them, we haven't respected them, they can manifest into the physical, because feelings are energy in motion, and if that energy cannot be expressed, literally expressed, okay, come out of us, it has to go somewhere. So look to see what you're feeling at this time and try and remove the context of the mind for it and just tap into the physical feeling. Prod it, ask it, why are you there? This is what you're being asked to do at this time. Okay, so let's move ahead. And I am feeling up the spirit song, which I have just used for the love relationship reading. So let's see what else Spirit wishes to say for you today, my darlings. Thank you, Spirit, for Scorpio. Can you tell us more about the chameleon and the weasel card? Thank you. What wishes to come out? So 5 of crystals and the Knight of crystals. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck you've got the Ace of Wands. So this is the overriding energy. Be confident, my darling, in the power of your expression. Be confident like the ram. Spirit animals, again, are extraordinary in teaching us things. And the Ace of Wands is a divinely timed gift of inspiration, of desire, of the right direction of energy. Where attention goes, energy flows, that you have been given at this time. So be confident within that space for yourself. Now, I do not know whether this is regarding your life path, your career, or a relationship, but if you have been given the gift of divine inspiration, whatever this may be, it is in divine design for you. So trust in it. Be confident about about taking those steps forward with confidence, without fear of holding on to something so tightly or trying to affect or direct a change. It is about trusting in the big picture of what it is that you really truly know is to be true. And that wisdom comes from conscious awareness. So Ace of Wands, okay, divinely timed. The chameleon, the card that fell on the chameleon, is the 5 of crystals, the 5 of pentacles. And this is an interesting card because this is the card of the ladybird. This is the luck card. And what Spirit is saying is, you come back to this chameleon card about staying in the background and adapting to the situation, blending in with it, being at ease with where you are, with the flow of what is happening, being observant of everything that's unfolding for you at this time, not feeling the need to try and make something happen. You are going to, and have you had noticed that a ladybird tends to just appear as if by chance, and they're considered lucky. So we might call it luck, but Spirit wants you to see it as divinely orchestrated moment where a surprise and delight happens for you. Now, this is the Five of Pentacles. Remember, this is the Five of Pentacles from your conscious perception of things, from your mind perception of it, of what you're actually seeing in your reality. But suddenly, as if by magic, something will happen for you, they're saying. And that's the Five of Pentacles. It is about things happening in a time when we're fearing, because it's five, it's lack of, it's things happening, new possibilities coming in for you. So that's a little gift from them. Then the Weasel, about being silent and paying attention and listening with your ears and seeing with your eyes and all of that kind of stuff. The Weasel is giving you this Knight of Crystals, which is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the camel. This is an unknown path, an unknown territory. Yes, the camel has to endure quite a lot, but the camel has everything that it needs, and therefore it is known as that sort of master of endurance. And to endure, to have that will and determination to take this journey, within that you are affecting an incredible will. You are willing things to happen because you are determined. But determination means don't control. It just means be determined that your energy is always that of trust and faith and preparing for what it is that you are wishing to desire and manifest into your life. Because sometimes, and it comes back to wherever you are right now, you have gone through, everybody faces certain levels of challenges, upsets, suffering, surprises and delights, a whole concoction of things in their lives. And it is through the willingness to experience those with seeing that there is a blessing in disguise within absolutely everything that affects the change for you. So your will and determination at this time is in the understanding that everything that's happened has been a gift for you. And that just like the Knight of Pentacles, it's not the hare that crosses the finishing line first, it's the tortoise. Because it is in the slow process of rediscovering things, rediscovering understandings, aspects of yourself. And I'm saying rediscovering because you're remembering, you're not learning anything new. Your soul is remembering in each and every one of these moments that you're experiencing. And it may be a very difficult terrain for you. It may be a difficult emotional landscape for you, but we only shift and change and expand and come into conscious awareness and come into the peace and understanding of who we are when we push beyond our comfort zone. When we make that choice to push beyond, because we are on a quest and we are wanting to find within that quest, the question, we are posed questions and we are receiving answers. So I think that's really rather special. I'm going to pull another card for you. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Oh, straight out. So Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck and the Queen of Feathers. So first of all, two queens side by side. Queen of Feathers. They are reminding you of your ability to see through things now. The bat can see through the darkness, can see where others can't see. You have this ability. This is why you're being asked as the chameleon and the weasel to stay in the background and observe, because you're going to receive so much more information, that transference of information, by being this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, and it's one, I think she is my favorite queen, because you can cut through a whole load of things like this bat, like your radar. Bear with me just 1 second with Daisy. Bear with Sorry about that. So with the Queen of Swords, this is you standing in this place of an extraordinary perception and truth, a growing perception and truth about everything, and you're not willing to welcome into your space anybody who's not within that same energy space as you. You like the truth. You are, and it's a reminder of how powerful your words are. The first sound was the creative sound of the universe. Our ears are the first to be developed when we are created ourselves within the womb. Sound creates everything. The sound of your words, the vibration behind them creates, my darling. Your thoughts create because it is sound you're hearing within it. It's still a vibration. Your feelings, your emotions, our energy and motion, everything is creative the whole time. And as the Queen of Swords, you are incredibly powerful when you are in a space of creative expression and also expressing your truth, whether it be blunt or not, but you have the ability to see through things now. And Spirit is saying, do not forget that. There is a huge depth to you now spiritually. And that is the gift, that is the tool, that is the place that takes you into that queen arena where you will, and your energy is now saying, you're welcome to come into my council. No, you're not. That is the vibrational energy that you're giving off now because you are the queen of communication. And it is a reminder about what you're communicating both to yourself and out to the universe. And there is nothing that you need to do right now as the Queen of Swords other than be silent and stay in the background and observe. And when you speak, let it be with your aware state of being. Say thank you for the right words, and they will come, my darling. And those words will be incredibly powerful and have the ability to shift something from the darkness back into the light. So, and then alongside of that, you had the Queen of Wands that came out, which is the deer. So here we go, the Queen of Wands with the deer. So this is a reminder that alongside your word and your thought is your desire. And this is the free-spirited, beautiful deer, the Queen of Wands. This is about running free with this now, not trying to direct any course of any events that are happening right in your life. The deer is the feminine energy. The deer runs free. The deer does not say, right, today I'm going to run across this park this way, I'm going to run across this park this way. The deer does it randomly, it does it spontaneously. It is life itself, experiencing itself. So let what you are doing for yourself right now always be ruled from the heart. The same applies for your voice, but be ruled from your heart, my darling. You have boundless energy when you respond to things from the universe's way, and you also respect the need for rest too, because the Queen of Wands is not always running. The deer also rests. There is a natural time for rest as well. So continue to tune in and tap into your creative life force energy. Continue to make that the big picture for yourself, to continue to be very clear about what the words that you are using, the thoughts that you are expressing at this time. I again cannot emphasize strongly enough how powerful your words and thoughts are. If you are feeling something that is negative, say, I feel this, not I am this. It's very powerful to do, because in that moment you are detaching and saying almost, I feel this. So it's an observation of that feeling rather than you being that feeling itself. But by all means, when you're in your creative expression and you've got boundless energy, I am creative, I am powerful, I am desiring of this. Thank you. Let this life force flow through me. Thank you for this life force flowing through me. And I am powerful. I am powerful. Think about that. The power comes from the recognition of that energetic life force within you and the creative capacity and momentum that brings for yourself. Thank you, Spirit. Can you tell me a little bit more? Oh, goodness. Of course. So the wheel came out. I will take one more for the wheel, please. Thank you, Spirit. And it's the wonderful octopus. I love the octopus. Thank you. So you have gone through, thank you. I feel for you, my darling, that you have gone through, before I come onto the wheel, okay, this is what confirmed the wheel. Okay, so you've got the 3 of Swords, which is the moth, and then you've got the Lover's card, which came out earlier, and I think in the daily reading as well. So I feel for you, my darling, is that, you know, the experiences that you have gone through have pushed you beyond your comfort zone. And these experiences have been regarding relationships, and they really have pushed you beyond your comfort zone. But you've needed to do so in order. And when I talk about comfort zone, I'm talking about experiences that can be that can cause us a lot of suffering, upset, distress, all of it. But you have journeyed through that. The moth is a very delicate little creature, but it is about journeying towards the light. And look at this beautiful moth coming up out of these swords. There has been, with the sun behind, there has been a determination, a will and determination within you. This was your intent, to come up and away from this, to let sadness transform into courage and determination, and it has expanded in you a faith and knowing that everything is going to be okay. And you haven't let that weight of sadness again, you haven't let it keep you down. You know, the moth is rising up out. So although it's a very delicate process, isn't it interesting? You had both the bat and the moth that have a tendency to sort of be in the darkness. You've experienced the darkness, my darling, and it has been transformational for you. And there's so much courage now. And it is now you coming into this space of choosing to continue to trust in the heart space, choosing to not refrain from doing things because you might fear something might happen again. You've gone past all of that now. You're not, Spirit is reminding you that you're not, that even in your darkest moments, you still have the capacity for a huge amount of love. And that is amazing. You haven't shut that down. You are giving yourself choices in love. This is the energy around you. There are things coming in for you that are going to ask you to continue to trust in the power of love. But that's because you haven't rejected it. So you have a huge heart, my darling. And this is about your divine direction that you're taking at this time. Now, what Spirit is also, and also within this with relationships, is that you've gone through a complete, through the 3 of Swords and this release from that and the understanding of it, you've completely reevaluated what a relationship means for you. Whether that be a relationship with love or family or friends, you've reevaluated all your relationships, and you've understood within those vibrational connections between those relationships what each and every one of them is giving you as a soul gift. And actually whether some of them have had to be removed from your life because you've realized that you weren't in accord with them anymore, and that actually you've learned the lessons from them and it was pulling you back. So I think for many of you, there has been a complete reevaluation, and you know now those that are fiercely loyal to you and vice versa. You understand, you have an intuitive understanding about relationships, and that's why this wolf has come in. And wolves are coming into a lot of the readings recently, and I'm so happy to see this because the wolf is representational of a group of like-minded souls who, for whatever reason, have come together. Not necessarily in the physical, it can be within that energetic space of that pack, to guide and help each other on this journey. And I feel that you are now very aware. Queen of Swords, the wolf, the wheel here. What else do we have? The Queen of Wands. You know what you need to do, but I think there is a tendency, still some of that. Because you are able to shift and change into various situations, it's kind of like the little bit of the old you going, should I just do that? Should I just, I'm not really here, but I'll just do this just to make it happen. No, Spirit's saying, don't fall back into the old way of doing it. When you're doing something, yes, and you're consumed with your desire for doing it, and you know you're in that creative life force expression and you're creating that momentum, absolutely. But when you start to question whether you should do something, then catch yourself. Because if the motivation behind it is not of 100% pure intent, and you have to be honest with yourself, then don't do it. Okay. So, and what Spirit is saying, if you stand back and observe and you feel your way around this situation, this is the wheel for you, because this is the wonderful octopus teacher, and an extraordinary film. But within this space, the octopus feels its way around. So listen to your feelings at the moment, my darling. Spend some time really looking at everything that's happening for you, and understanding why certain things didn't happen and why other things didn't. Oh, wasn't that magical that that happened then? And then all that person popped up. Oh, I had a phone call from so-and-so. Look to see the pattern, feel your way around it, see what comes through to you within that emotional space of it, because Spirit is really wanting you to observe those feelings at this time. The octopus, in its feeling its way around, goes with the flow of what is happening with the tides of life, the change, the fluidness of water. And that's what Spirit wants you to do, because you are a shapeshifter. And within that space, so is the octopus. It is just a reminder for you of that. And if you can stand in the center of your, step back and observe, it's the chameleon, stand in the center and observe it all happening for you, then you won't feel the need to try and affect or direct a change too forcibly, because when you do that, you're pulling on the wheel. So imagine yourself, and I'm sure you've heard me say this before, you can stand in the center of the wheel and watch it all happening for you, and be as life itself and allow things to flow and allow things to happen spontaneously. You be spontaneous as well. That's part of it, just too. But if you try and hold on to something, it's like holding onto the wheel. You're going to have lots and ups and downs. You're either going to slow or speed up the process, and it is not according to natural law, order for you. And the universe is working for you. Remember, it is your friend. It's working for you. It's working within divine design for you. So trust in that, trust in the flow, and be like the chameleon and like the octopus, so adaptable to what is happening, because there is great change. The wheel represents something bigger than you could possibly ever imagine that's for you. The universe loves a surprise and delight, my darling, loves it. But if you're I'll put it this way, okay, so they're saying to me, it's like having a present drawer, okay, at home that, and certainly this is something I do for my boys. You know, I as I see things throughout the year, I collect them and put them away in the present drawer. And if Tom and Jack are watching this reading, no, I'm not going to tell you where it is. But if they were to find that drawer and before they're meant to receive the gift, it's going to bar that little moment of going, oh, they're going to ruin the divine design, the surprise and delight for them. So Spirit is saying, whatever is there for you within that drawer of divine design that is your surprise and delight, it'll appear at the right time for you. Don't go looking for the drawer. Okay, don't go and ruin it for yourself. Then you'll have nothing to open on the day. So there you are. That's just their little their little message for you today. So just continue to always remain in the rhythm of what is happening for you. Don't try and speed up, my darling. Remain in the rhythm. Oh, I like that, universe. Remember, omniverse, all there is, arranged in a metrical or rhythmic pattern. Be with the rhythm. Little rock and roll with this, my darling, at this time. And look, there's the High Priestess has appeared for you. I mean, she is an extraordinary. It is things yet unknown for you. It is insight and knowledge and things that are going to be presented to you in divine timing coming in. It is the need for your intense observation, your witnessing of everything. It is trusting what you are receiving at this time, being very relaxed, very laid back with the process that's happening as the High Priestess. And there is nothing that you need to do to force or direct anything that's happening for you right now. Just watch it and keep saying thank you, thank you, thank you. There we are, my darlings. I trust that has helped those that have resonated with this reading. I look forward to doing another reading for you next weekend. In the meantime, I will be doing Scorpio's November reading for you. I know it is Scorpio season coming up, so I'll also be doing a Scorpio season reading, and then we're looking forward to, after that, the 2023 yearly readings, which are going to be slightly different as well. So lots going on, lots to look forward to. Thank you as ever, my darlings, for being here, for your love, your support, for it's just extraordinary. The Veritas family, thank you so much. For those that haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit that button. Again, if you wish to become a member, I do lives and regular weekly readings for members as well. And what else? And if you'd like a personal reading, all of the details are in the description box below. Oh, and if you want to give a reading to anybody for Thanksgiving or for Christmas, I have now got some beautiful gift certificates, which I can either send to you as an online gift certificate to forward on, or you can do it directly, or I can send them to you as hard copy with free postage and packing. So you choose. Go and have a look at my website. All the details are there, my darlings. So much love, and see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.